Hello and welcome to the 1001 Red Wiggler cocoon bin. So these guys are doing well. And they did finish last week, I recall, because I gave them a feeding. They did finish at least one pocket. Look at these guys getting so big. Almost have a clitellum, I'm thinking. Or maybe he does already, I don't know. Can't tell. I think we can find at least a couple that probably have clitellums, which means that they will start reproducing here. Okay, now let's go and see what's going on with that apple. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The apple is still intact. I swear, this is so funny. And this is the not avocado, I'm sorry. This is the mango pit. Oh, interesting. It sprouted. Oh, I never had that happen. How interesting. But here they are. Look at all of them. How cool is that? Yeah, they like to be there underneath as well. Underneath the apple. Very nice. Okay, obviously they're still working on that apple, and it looks like they're going to be working on that apple for a little while longer. But we did feed them in another corner, and after I fluff up all the bedding, I will take a look and see if they're going to get another feeding today. See what we have here. Oh, this is the other mango pit. They're working on that one as well. So their attention is divided in all directions. Worms, worms, worms everywhere. That's a good thing. The bedding feels really nice. Okay, let's take a look how they did with our last week's feeding. Now, we are having rain right now, so I don't know if they're going to crawl on me. So far, it's been okay, but if they do, it is because of the rain, not for lack of food. So we have bedding left, and I'm not seeing watermelon, just the skins, a little bit of the skins. So they will get a feeding. Okay, so we'll go to this corner over here. And I already prepared for them this mixture. I had some rotting applesauce that was, oh, so moldy. So I just put in some dry bedding in here and added some eggshell and coffee grounds and some more fruit. And that should hold them for a week or so. I think. Oof. Here we go. And I also, let's cover this up. I also have a little treat for you guys. Well, it's more for me than it is for you, but in any case, this one is done, and let us go to another bin. Who remembers this bin? This is the original cocoon only bin that we started with only 75 cocoons. And if you recall, when I removed the worms, there were about half a pound worth of worms, lots of cocoons, lots of babies, and then the material that I harvested from there, I put into this bin. And originally I wanted to just let it dry out a little bit, sift it, and put it in my garden. And then I decided, you know what? I'm pretty good at spotting cocoons, spotting baby worms. So let's just treat this as a regular bin and feed it and see what I missed. Well, I have already removed 110 baby worms from here, and I have been feeding this bin. Now, I haven't removed any cocoons, but boy, oh boy, we have babies all over the place. So, when you, oh, and here's a cocoon right there. So I guess when you really don't sift, because this material was not sifted, normally I do sift it, but this material was not. When you don't sift, it's very easy to miss out on a lot of worms. Just look at that. And this is already with 110 taken out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, again, feed this particular bin. Just let it go instead of dumping the castings, because these are some ready castings. But instead of dumping the castings in my garden, I will just let it go and see how many more worms I get. I just can't say goodbye to this bin. I don't know what it is. Maybe because it was my first cocoon only bin and it's the mother and me, right? But I am shocked. That's the kind of population I may be throwing away every time I harvest. Shame on me. Okay, so I'm going to feed these guys. I'm going to give them a little bit of dry bedding. Going to give them some food, kitchen scraps, that is. Let's see. There's that smelly bag. And wet food. I think this is more than enough for them. Okay. Some eggshells. And we're going to cover that up. All this moist castings are going to keep the smell down. It's going to help the worms get to it, help it get composted faster. And I'm just going to kind of mark it a little bit right here to know that this is where I fed. But isn't it wild, guys? I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. If I would have left those 110 in here, who knows what kind of population we would already have. But yeah, we're going to see, because I'm not going to be taking them out anymore. Thanks for joining me.